Hi, Rob Grimes with the IFBTA, and I'm here with Paul McManus, who's a systems integrator working with Future Robot, which is a Korean company that's producing these robots. And as you can see, we started a conversation a little bit earlier about the food service industry and informational pieces and things, but you're actually thinking ahead for some things for restaurants.
Absolutely. Now this robot here, designed right here, is 3 of these robots are in the San Jose airport. As you see, Starbucks, coffee, Sunset News, all the concessions within the airport are on this robot. So you land at the airport, you want a place to eat, you click over here, it'll tell you where the bars, coffee shops, etc. are, and it'll map you out. The robot speaks in many different languages, English, German, French,
so
Spanish.
So if I'd done French and it was giving me voice back, would it have given me voice in French?
Exactly,
yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
We're at the show here, it's very loud and ambient, so we don't have that running right now. Right.
Now, these are meant for informational purposes, right?
Correct.
But it also could be used for ordering. I mean, you have a smaller robot over on the other side of the booth that actually has a printer on it, has a card reader.
Correct.
That looks very much like a point of sale device.
Exactly. So you can train that robot specific to that restaurant, so it could take the order, it could suggest upgrades and different choices and meals, and then you could swipe your credit card. And it all ties into the cloud and big data, so if the customer gave you permission, the robot would remember. They can remember how many times you've purchased, they remember your favorite meals, and we can even tie into the future where we can have robotics actually bring the meal to the table.
Right, but I don't know that, I was saying about that, I don't know a person actually has to give permission. Because if it has facial recognition and it goes out to LinkedIn or goes out to Facebook, it could actually pull your picture down if it really wanted to.
Exactly.
That might scare people off, but certainly you could start to collect data on the people that you're talking to, just like the airports do for security, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. So you also are able to do barcode scanning and other things with this?
Yep.
Yep.
You can add printers to it, you can do receipts, you can do coupons. So it all runs on a Windows operating system, so you can tie in any Windows device.
And it runs about 6 hours.
Correct, on batteries, yep.
On batteries. Yep. Now, if you think about this, it doesn't have to be all custom development. If somebody's already using an online ordering or they're using a kiosk, in reality, you're just going to put that software right here.
Absolutely.
Right? I mean, you're going to take the software, so you could be doing line busting, going down the line of people who are waiting in line and taking their orders and things. The same thing that I currently do at a coffee shop when the line's too long, I just go on the online app, order myself, and you go pick up. Well, instead, this would go down and do it.
Absolutely, absolutely.
How about in the weather? Can this work outside?
We're working on that technology right now, not, but yes.
Because I think about a drive-through, right?
Oh, yes.
The ability to be able to do that as well. Mm-hmm. Now, what about, two-way communication? It's self-contained, right?
Correct.
So, can it have a conversation with me?
Absolutely. Now, we're like a month or 2 away from that.
Right.
Because we're working with all the AI providers on that right now. So we'll definitely have a conversation with you, and it can talk to you in different languages as well.
Okay. Now, you said that it doesn't have to be purchased. We were talking about this before, but you said this unit's about $25,000.
Correct.
But a person could rent it.
Correct. We have renting and leasing programs.
So it'd be about how much a month?
About $400 a month.
Okay. So I just put this in perspective for you, because I know he went to the IFA show and he started talking to some food service companies about this. But to put this in perspective, software as a service model, and you said the smaller model down there might be a couple $100. Correct. There are people selling point of sale applications, they're charging $100, $150 a month already. And here you're getting a portable device, you put your software on there, and it's really actually in the same realm if you think about a monthly model that's there, and you could do your payback on how many impressions, how many people are using it. Plus it has the ability to do advertising. Correct. When it's not being used for actually taking the order.
Absolutely.
Now, I've seen a lot of restaurants where they're starting to send people, which were traditionally like a fast casual, where they might bring food out to you like a Panera or something like that, right? But nobody's going in the dining room asking them to take the second order. So you actually could have this, is it a mapping or something that could actually go around the dining room, not bump into people?
Absolutely. So you geo-map the whole restaurant, right, and it can go around. And then if, God forbid, someone just jumps in front of it, they have cameras, so it immediately stops.
So it really knows. So it actually could go out there and do the follow-up orders without actually bringing another person on to have to go out there and do it, but it allows you to order at tableside, sort of marrying the two things.
Well said.
All right, so what about social media integration?
Well, right here, this again is at the San Jose airport. I'll go back to English right now.
Sure.
These robots, there's 3 of them at the airport. Each robot's getting about 2,700 touches a day. And a lot of people, they'll take a picture of a selfie and their photo will go on here, Then they'll hit share and they'll go out to Facebook or Twitter or Instagram, and all of a sudden all their friends will know that they're at a specific restaurant. So it kind of does some advertising and kind of makes it all live.
So they can share it and they can have fun. Have you thought about, I mean, there's a camera here, right? Have you thought about having devices in different places where people actually communicate with each other? Maybe play a game, do different things?
Absolutely. Now, you don't see it on this one, but we have other versions where you can play rock, paper, scissors, and you can play it, and you can have contests, and you can win awards as well.
Very good. And really, the type of screen, like I'm looking at some of the things here in the booth, but the screen can go sideways, can be a smaller screen, can have a pin pad on it, can have a credit card device on it, can really have any number of things attached to it.
Correct. Like my company is a system integrator, so you tell us what your model is, what you want to do. We'll get you the right hardware, we'll get you the artificial intelligence, the big data, tie it all together to make it an optimal solution.
So when you were at IFA, what was the reception, or what were the restaurant people talking to you about?
Well, they were very excited. So they hear about McDonald's putting in all these kiosks, so they want to come out with something cooler and better. And so here, what's different is we're all, as from a DNA standpoint, we're cued to look at and talk to people and look at eyes. So these robots were very well received. We're talking to quite a few majors already about this.
Now, have you thought about using, I guess you really can't use a regular face on there.
Well, there's been studies on this. So we have many different avatars. This is an avatar. We have a bunch of different ones. You don't want to make it too realistic. It kind of scares people. So there's studies on it. So you kind of want to make it friendly. You kind of want to make it cartoonish.
Okay, great. Well, listen, Paul, thank you very much. Some great ideas. We'll look forward to where you take this. It's great to see some examples actually already being used for hospitality in there. And certainly it's probably easier after our conversation, probably easier than you think, to be able to get it out there and be able to take the order.
I learned a lot from you, Rob. I really appreciate it.
Great. Well, we really appreciate it as well. So Rob Grimes with the IFBTA here at CES and taking a look at the latest in robot technology.